This is Jackson Van Dyke with First Southern Baptist Church, and I wanted to share today what they call the gospel, the good message that God has given us. So I want to read from the Gospel of John, from a book of the Bible, and just the first few verses out of the first chapter. It says, "In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. He was with God in the beginning. All things came into being through him, and apart from him, nothing came into being that has come into being. In him was life, and the life was the light of men. The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness did not comprehend it." Now, there's a lot happening in that passage, but I want you to catch what I call the three L's. That word at the very beginning there is actually a Greek word that means logos. The Greeks were after the truth. And really the way to summarize that for us is that we have a sense that there is a God somewhere out there, that these drives that we have in us for things like truth and goodness and beauty, that it's more than just our own little desires, that something is pulling us. But that second L that you see in there is another part of our drive, and that is life, full life, that we want. We want not just a little bit of life. We are actually agitated by the lack of wholeness that we have. But the problem comes in that third L, and the third L is light. In fact, it says here that the light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has neither overcome it nor understood it. We rage against the darkness. We hate all the evil we see in our world, whether that's abuse, whether it is crime, and we see and we have to deal with so much evil now that it feels overwhelming, and so we resonate with this verse. But what the Bible really drives at is that there's an evil we don't often take stock of, and it is in fact the evil we have to deal with first, and that is the darkness inside of us. The Bible calls this sin, that we have evil in us that we yield to, and in fact we might even tell ourselves, well, this is different. In fact, it is not. It's evil. And there's a way through it. And strangely enough, the first time anybody told me that the way through it was Jesus, I thought, what does a 2,000-year-old carpenter have to do with me? What John is telling us here is that 2,000-year-old carpenter is in fact God in the flesh. And that God has come and said to us, there is a way to have life, to have light, and to have that logos, that truth, that goodness, and all together. But we have to turn from our sins and to trust in Jesus. Jesus has made the way. He proves that he is life, because when he died, he didn't stay dead. And he in fact says, if you come to follow me, you will find that the light in you, that the life in you is so strong that you will not stay dead either. And so that's why we have churches that meet every week. That is why we put out videos like this, because we believe Jesus is the life, Jesus is the light, and that we can find our meaning and our hope in him. I hope today that you can be changed and affected by this life and this light that has been so powerful in my life. Thank you for listening today.